So even though this text is the same color as this text, this looks pretty bold. And unfortunately, Font Awesome doesn't have a thinner icon for a magnifying glass. So we can try to minimize the boldness of it in two different ways. We could use a lighter shade of gray, which might let it drop into the background a little bit, or we can change the font size. Now if we do that, it will look smaller, but we might get the line thickness a little closer to what it is in the mockup. So let's play with that for a moment. So we'll inspect the element, and I'm gonna jump over to our variables in our Sass, and I think we're using medium dark gray, so let's try using medium gray here. So I'll paste that in. So that's a little too light. Actually, maybe we're using darker gray. Let's try medium dark gray and see what that looks like. Okay, so that looks a little bit more subdued. Let's try changing the font size. Let's try 0.5 REMs. That's way too small. 0.8. All right, so even at smaller sizes, the width is still pretty thick. Okay, so for now, let's go with a change in the color. And we'll complete the styling here to see if changing the border around this input affects how this pops. So I'll jump back to our search form CSS, and we'll change the color here to medium dark gray. We'll refresh. And now let's set the border to the same as what we had for our input. So we're gonna do a border 1 pixel solid medium gray, and we'll do this on the input directly. And then again, we're going to set the border left to none. Now we also want rounded corners in the top right and bottom right. So we'll do a border radius. So again, we're going to start at the top left border and move our way around clockwise. So we'll do border radius 0, and then 5 pixels for the top right, 5 pixels for the bottom right, and then 0 again. And then let's set the background color to match this side here. You can see that both of these grays are the same color. So let's do a search for background color. Right there, it's using light gray. So we'll copy that and we'll paste it into the button. We'll save this and refresh. Not bad. This is pretty dang close. Let's change the size of our input. So I'll do a quick measurement here. So it's about 130 pixels wide. So I'll scroll up over in our styles to the phrase, and we'll set the width, and we'll use rems to 130. Save it and refresh. All right, so it's not identical. The colors are a little bit different, and this icon is a little bit off, but everything else is good and functional, which is important.